Last winter, I made an episode series for La Sportiva. Although La Sportiva is known as a climbing brand, they have a pretty rad ski component to their business as well. Here are their ski boots, their puffies, and their pants, all designed for skiing. And because of this, I set out with my good friend and professional skier on the La Sportiva ski team, Davide Giardini, to create an episode series about what La Sportiva is doing outside of the climbing industry and what they're doing in the ski industry. So stick around because I got some good things to share. But because this is the outdoor industry, I don't want to sit inside and talk to you about things. I'm going to go outside and go skiing for myself. So let's hit the slopes and talk about the benefits of episodic content in the outdoor industry.
The truth is, there's nothing like old friends. 'Cause you can't make old friends.
There's a lot of reasons that I think episodes can really rise above standalone videos, and I'm going to walk you through some of those reasons in this video, and I have three main ways that I believe episode series can really elevate your content and bring it to the next level. The third one I think stands above the rest, but let's start at the beginning. When it comes to creating an episode series, there's a lot of benefits, but the first one, I think the most obvious one, is increased engagement opportunities. What I mean by increased engagement opportunities sounds pretty simple, but it's more than just publishing multiple videos and there being opportunities for more people to watch those videos. It goes a lot deeper than that. By having a consistent publishing schedule, let's say you come out with one video on Wednesday every month for 4 months. It's not like you just get more views from that. You're starting to build a relationship with your audience. You're starting to build a relationship with potential customers. So in the case of the La Sportiva series, we started to think about this holistically. We started to think, okay, well, we want to market to skiers, but what are skiers doing in the summer? Maybe they're training for ski season and they want to learn more about how to ski tour. So our first couple episodes were just about that. Our first episode was a full mountain running experience where me and Davide headed up one of the mountains, actually somewhat near here, which although it may look a little bit different in that video, it actually is a very close place to here. The second episode, we still wanted to show the endurance side because in ski mountaineering and in uphill skiing, as I'm about to show you, endurance comes into play. When you're walking uphill, when you're running up the mountain, you can get tired easily. And so building that strength in the off season was really important.
Okay, we're at the trailhead. We've got our essentials. It's gonna be likely snowing at the top, so we need to have some layering for when we get up.
Before we even shot anything about skiing, we started to build a relationship with these audience members, with the potential customers, with La Sportiva's target audience. They're starting to see not just skiing, they're starting to see something outside of that, and we can help bring those people that are interested in running or in biking or the endurance sport into the ski touring industry. If La Sportiva could focus on the trail runners and the cyclists and other members of the endurance sports communities and bring them into the ski touring industry, that's a whole consumer base that you can just plop into the ski industry. And those customers can stay loyal to you and your brand. And that was what we wanted to show in the first couple episodes. Before we even covered anything about skiing, we were starting to bring customers from another industry into the skiing industry. With a standalone video, we might not have had the luxury to do that. But by creating monthly episodes throughout the winter, we can kind of start to gradually push people towards the sport of skiing. Okay, enough talking. I'm gonna get moving. All right, I'm about halfway up. Lungs are burning. This beautiful cloud layer behind us, but I'm in the sun. But because I'm getting a little tired, I think this could be a good place to stop and talk about the second reason that I think episodes are a really important way to build the brand. When creating episodes and creating a consistent release schedule for these videos or content that you're creating, you are really able to showcase the brand. A brand is more than just the products they create. But by creating episodes, you can create a wide variety of scenarios that you can showcase your products in. For our La Sportiva series, for example, like I mentioned, episode 1 and 2 were more about running, so we could showcase some of La Sportiva's running apparel and running shoes. But once we got into the third episode, it was all skiing all the time. However, we didn't show just one type of skiing, we showcased a variety of different types of skiing. Of course, there's uphill skiing like this. There's powder skiing in the backcountry with maybe some bigger skis that we could showcase. There's the community side of La Sportiva's brand. La Sportiva does a lot of activations and is present at a lot of ski mountaineering races. And Davide, the athlete and host of the series, does a lot of work building the ski mountaineering community here in Colorado as well. We could create not just a product showcase of what La Sportiva is releasing and what's going on in their ski apparel and ski hardware, but we could also showcase the brand's values and the brand's mission. Of course, you can do this in one-off videos, but because we were able to spread it out over the series of 6 episodes, we could showcase powder skiing in the backcountry, trail running in the summer to train, the community aspect of things, spring skiing, a big couloir, maybe on Skinner skis so we could go a little faster to avoid avalanche terrain. So increased engagement and building a brand through showcasing the products and showcasing the value are such huge perks to an episode series. But there's one more, but I gotta get to the top before I show you that one. Oh man, definitely getting tired, but made it to the top, 11,000 feet. A little windy, so I'm gonna transition to downhill mode while I give this final piece of advice. I think when it comes to getting high quality storytelling through episodic content, good storytelling sells. There's a reason that the biggest brands in the world have such strong branding and such strong marketing. They are sharing stories. And over the course of many, many episodes, you don't have to be limited to a simple, easy to understand story. You can start to unpack these bigger issues, themes of inclusivity, adaptability, maybe if you want to tackle race or social identity or gender identity. You can start to dig deeper and really start to connect with your audience at a core level. Statistics show that customers are 4 times more likely to buy with a brand that they feel emotionally connected to. And when creating this series for La Sportiva, we tried to tap into those emotions.
During the ski season, we got the chance to overcome that exhaustion and experience the mountains in a beautiful new way. Our skis became vehicles of exploration, a journey of adrenaline, bliss, and shared joy. Through this series, we got to discover the magic of ski touring together and the profound beauty of the mountains when it's shared with new communities. These mountains became our classrooms.
As you're reaching the summit, you do want to zip up.
Not just teaching us skills, but also resilience and humility. And as the ski season comes to a close, I hope these memories inspire adventure, nurture love for the outdoors, and carry the mountain spirit within us.
Of course, we like to tap into the theme of adventure. I'm an adventure filmmaker. That's part of the reason I love doing stuff like this, is I think adventure is so good for the spirit and so good for our souls. But because we were doing an episode series, we weren't limited to just one theme. We talked about inclusivity, we talked about accessibility, we talked about training for a bigger thing like this, getting into the physicality of a sport like ski touring.
Before the season, I like to take a multi-sport approach. That's what keeps it the most fun for me, keeps me engaged. I get to see a variety of places doing multiple sports.
Like I said, good storytelling sells. And with episode content, you can really start to dive deep into stories. I think it's so important to address these bigger themes. So while I finish transitioning from uphill mode to downhill mode, I'll get my puffy on, my helmet on, and get out of this wind. Take a look at episode 4 of my How to Ski Tour series so you can kind of understand the community theme that we touched on.
I've never been self-taught at things. I've always had mentors and coaches and people that are experts in the sport that teach me.
You want to integrate your arms into it.
So I want to be that figure for people that are getting into the sport.
Doing good.
I love seeing people's smiles on their faces when just by giving them simple tips and instructions, they can improve in the sport.
All right, now that I'm ready for the downhill mode, I hope you saw in that brief little snippet of episode 4 that community matters. And community matters, of course, in La Sportiva's brand, but community matters everywhere. Like I mentioned with increased engagement, you're not just trying to get more views and more likes. These are real people. You're trying to communicate a good story and a good, authentic branding experience to real people. If they can connect with what you're doing, then hopefully they'll be more likely to buy products or shop at your brand in the future. But hey, this video's not over because we still got to go down the mountain and I got one tip left. All right, I got my dog with me, so here we go, dropping in. Woo! Nice. Oh, so fun. Woohoo! With episode series, strategy is everything. It's not enough just to sit back and post videos and hope people see them. There's so many benefits to having episode content by getting more numbers, getting more views, getting more people involved. Ooh, we got a tight section. But even more than that, this is about building community. This is about getting people involved in what you're doing. This is more than having a regular posting schedule. This is about creating a consistent theme and a consistent story arc throughout these episodes. And when it's all said and done, people care about good storytelling. So tease it out over a long period of time and get people hooked. All right, finishing it up here. Beautiful day out on the slopes. If you found this video helpful, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe for more. I got new videos coming every single Wednesday about adventure filmmaking, lifestyle marketing, and just getting people involved in the outdoor industry. If you want to see more from the How to Ski Tour series and watch all the episodes, binge it all at once, they're all out on the La Sportiva YouTube channel. I'll leave a link to that in the description below, as well as my website where you can see all of my branded documentary work and sign up for my newsletter. I got a monthly newsletter. It's pretty fun, pretty good time. But hey, I love you. I'm proud of you for putting yourself out there, learning something new today, and I will see you next Wednesday in the next video. Woo!